welcome back to our Independence Day State of the Nation, where we're having a culture and morality debate. It's a morality play here. We're debating the findings of our exclusive Hindustan Times CNN-IBN opinion poll, documenting the changing mores, behavior patterns and attitudes of urban Indians. Let's bring you the next big finding on our survey. This is on English language. Is speaking English important for succeeding in life? This is the question we asked. 87%, or nearly 9 out of 10, feel that knowledge of English is important to succeed in life. 13% feel that speaking English is not a passport to success. Is the influence of the English language making us forget about our mother tongue? 57%, or nearly 6 out of 10, feel that English is making us forget our mother tongue. 43% feel that English is not threatening our mother tongue. Remember, this is a controversial subject. English education has become controversial in Karnataka, where in fact the state government is trying to impose Kannada in the primary level. So this is a controversial subject across the country. Mukul Kesavan, should we be het up about our mother tongue? What's wrong if everybody acquires proficiency in English? Mother tongue will be learned at some point or the other.
I think the problem is that when people talk about the threat that English poses, very often it's a question of, what happens to literary production. We're not talking about language used as a kind of bazaar ki zaban, as something you order vegetables in. It's a question of language being an expressive thing that's supported by an industry, by an economy, by institutions. And I think the problem very often is that you find parts of India, and it differs hugely. Bengal is a completely different case from many Hindi-speaking parts, for example. In Bengal you have flourishing bilingualism. You have people who are bilingual in a kind of literary way. So I think, but there are parts of India where people generally feel threatened by the market for English and how this might actually diminish worthwhile literary and cultural production in their own languages. I don't think people are afraid that Kannada will die out. What they're saying is that Kannada will become a functional utilitarian language which is not given its cultural due.
Sean Benegal, what does perhaps the entertainment industry or the mass media have to do with it? Is it not popularizing the regional languages as it should?
Well, you see, if you look at the Hindi cinema industry, you can see that the Hindi cinema industry, what it is doing is making people familiar with Hindi language throughout the country. From, let's say at one time, if 60%...
But is it Hindi though? A number of people are saying it's now Hinglish.
No.
And the lyrics are not what it used to be.
Let me come to that. When it comes to English, it's just a question of perception. You feel that it adds mobility to you. Knowledge of English means that you can go into other areas that a particular language that you may not be able to function with that language. Let us say if I belong to Kerala and I only know Malayalam and I don't know any other language, it would be very difficult for me to function outside of Kerala. It's as simple as that. So English is being looked at in this particular very realistic way.